Hello, I'm so happy I got a hold of you. Welcome back to another exciting episode of LT Showcase. This week we're talking about The Flame and the Flood. Now, this is a game that I had been following. It's an independent game. It came out on the Xbox 360. It came out on the Xbox One. I want to say in 2016-17 time. It was digital only at the time. It was exclusive to them, and I think Steam at the time. It's made by a company called Molasses Flood. And it just sounded interesting. It didn't later got a port to PS4, and I got the limited run release, so I got a physical copy. And I'd always meant to play it. I just never got around to it until now. I finally did. And what it is a survival game that is very roguelike in nature. You play as a camp. I think it's a young girl. And you wake up by a dog rescues you, and then you have to make your way. There's been this calamity in the world, the whole world's been covered by water, and you have to just find your way to what you think is the place to be saved. And so you're floating down the river on a raft, and you land at various docks and farm for resources, and you get back on the raft and float down the river. And that's the main point of the game. Now, what makes it difficult is it's a survival game, meaning that you have to monitor your health, your thirst, your fatigue, and then your warmth. Kind of funny, I just did a video on Survival Kids talking about what a modern-like game it was, and I actually had played Flame in the Flood before I reviewed that game. And yeah, they use basically the same mechanics. The only difference is that game's actually better. And it takes place on an island with different elements and set pieces. This one is literally, you have set pieces, like you'll come across this one area where you have to make it through a cave and get this, and then go back down the river, or you'll run into this red wolf that'll stalk you, but really there's not much to it. What the resources you're farming is you're farming stuff to heal yourself, so you can get bug stings and poison ivy and cuts and stuff like that, so you need aloe or bandages for that. You can break legs. Some of the boars and the wolves and the bears will attack you and harm you and lacerate you and stuff like that, so you have to repair those. And as far as making your own clothes, you do that by catching rabbits and stuff, and then using them and stitching together kits, and then leather kits, and then you can get better and better clothes the more you get on. You have a much bigger inventory system, luckily, and you can use the raft to store stuff too, as well as your dog companion. And this game did a great thing. There's no way the dog can get harmed. You can die. Dog, so that's a good thing. Don't harm dogs in games, ever. But more about this, it's just fun. You know, there's two different difficulties. There's survival mode, which is a true roguelike experience. You die, much more scarce resources. But the traveler mode is no slouch. I originally started on the survival mode, and I was like, you know what, I played this after Death Stranding, so I wanted to have a little bit of an easier time. So I just put it on the normal mode, and it's, you know, you learn what you need. You'll need cattails to make twine, and then you'll need to get jars to hold water, because you have to restore your thirst. If it rains, you can do this. You got fires. You can upgrade your raft to then have a fire on the raft and a tent on the raft, so you can cook your meat. And it's literally, if you saw my Survival Kids review, it's very similar. One of the benefits is the hunting of the animals. You can set this spear trap, so if they run through it, it just spears them across, and it's very satisfying to do. And then you can harvest their fur and their meat and all that. And I think it's a lot slower on things going bad. I think you have a lot more time before the food will expire. But just a fun, chill game. All the different, you can have churches you go to, which ironically will have bandages and alcohol. You can go to workbench shops where you can work on stuff like making hammers and knives. You can go to these other places where you can upgrade your raft. And it's just, it's a nice game. I'd recommend just playing on the chill mode. You know, every once in a while, you'll hit some rapids going down the river that can make it a little bit more tough. And if you take too much damage on the raft, you die. If you run out of food, you die. If you get hurt too much, you die. Like it's still a dangerous game, especially if you run into the bears. The bears you have to hit with 4 arrows, which good luck using the bow and arrow in this game, because it's garbage. Or you have to set up 4 different traps to hit them. So I would just put up 4 of those spear traps and see them all go off at once. And the reason why you want to do that is because the bear has the biggest hide, because eventually you'll get to the later parts of the game where you need soft, warm clothing. And what's really cool is you get to the ocean at the very end and go across, and you end up at the rescue spot where you see it's actually a whole colony of dogs that go out and rescue people. So yeah, once again, if we learned anything, dogs are great. Cats too. So yeah, Let me know if you ever played this game. Check it out. I think it's available on everything. I want to say it's probably $20 or so. Maybe get it on sale. I enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought of this video. Make sure to sub it up. I put out a new video every Tuesday. It's been so nice getting a hold of you guys. Take care. Oh yeah, I give the game about a 7. Yeah, I give it a 7.